yogis. I'm glad you've all made it to your mats today. It's taken me a while to settle into this new reality, as settled as any of us can be, and be ready to offer this practice to all of you. So that being said, I'm glad I'm here. I'm very glad I'm doing this to share this practice that we all need more than ever, I would say. Finding our breath, allowing that process alone to help us feel a little bit more settled, a little bit more peaceful perhaps, and to give us the opportunity to relieve some of our stress and worry. There are some benefits to practicing like this together and some issues. For one thing, anytime this doesn't work for you, you can stop the video and walk away or take a break whenever you need to. But the problem is I can't see you and make sure that you're safe, so please pay attention to all my alignment cues. They are meant to keep you safe and to help you find perhaps a deeper expression of the poses. Also, you can't yell at me to tell me if I'm switching around my lefts and my rights, so hopefully that won't happen too often. As always, this practice is for you, so please make sure that you're not pushing yourself too much or hurting yourself. Take breaks whenever you need to. Pause the video whenever you need to. Modify the pose. Do what you need to keep yourself safe. So that being said, grab a mat, maybe a block, maybe a blanket to sit on, and find a seat on your mat. When you arrive there, maybe close your eyes if that helps you feel more centered and more settled, and begin feeling your breath. Inhaling deeply. A nice long exhalation to begin the process of release. Releasing anxiety, any amount. Releasing stress, any amount. And then inhaling again, filling up with anything you might need. And exhaling out what you don't. Letting your breath always serve to fill and bring you in good things, positive things, things that nourish you. And to exhale out things that don't, things that aren't serving you, things that are toxic. A couple more, inhale. And exhale. One more big inhale. Let it go. And then bring your hands alongside your body. And with an inhalation, let the arms rise up, palms together. Exhale, hands come together in front of your heart. Inhale, reaching out and up. Exhale, hands come back together. Inhale, reaching out and up, long arms. Exhale, hands back together. One more, inhale, reaching up. And this time, drop in your left arm, reaching over, really stretching that right arm over your head. Pressing strongly. So I'm calling these directions mirroring you. So your right arm is reaching over your head. Press that left hand down more. And then sit up, turn to the left, right hand to the left knee, left arm which is behind you. Let that shoulder open up and reach the arm long, energetically. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, wrap your back arm around your front arm, over your front arm, bend your elbows, and wiggle your fingertips back to try to pull those shoulder blades apart and give yourself a hug, because we can't get enough hugs these days. Inhaling here, lift the elbows just a little bit. And exhale, round your spine, squeeze the breath out, drop your head. Inhale, sitting up tall, reach the arms out wide. And exhale, bring the fingertips on the mat behind you. Shoulder blades rotate back, lift the heart. And if you want to go further, you can reach the knees to the floor and lift the hips up. Shoulder blades rotate strongly back. And then exhale, lower your seat back out onto the mat and extend your feet out in front of you. Flex those feet, pulling the toes toward you. Inhale, reach your arms up, and then exhale, fold carefully, consciously, keeping your spine long, so not rounding or pulling forward. Drop your hands down onto your shins and then gripping your shins with your fingers. Take an inhale and gently let the heart reach forward. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, tug the heart forward gently. Exhale, spill forward, maybe a little bit more. Pausing there and breathing into the extension. Let the breath lead you as always. And then inhale, sitting up and cross your other shin in front. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And then exhale, right arm touches down, leaning over. Reach strongly into that left arm. As the right hand presses, the left sit bone grounds itself more. Breathing and opening. And then sitting up, turn to the right. Left hand to the right knee. Right fingertips reach behind you, off the ground. Rotate that shoulder back. Breathe, big inhale. And then exhale as you face front. Right arm crosses over left. Give yourself a hug. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, round, strongly empty the breath. Inhale, sit up, arms reach out, opening the heart. Exhale, fingertips come down behind you. Inhale, lift the heart. And if you want to go further, bring the knees toward the earth. Front body lifts up. Great psoas stretch. Exhale, coming back down and making your way onto hands and knees. So checking that your hands are under your shoulders, your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. So as we move, I may be coming off my mat or just taking a break every now and then because it is hard to teach and do the practice the whole time. So please listen to my words and make sure that you are continuing with the practice. As I said, anytime you need to take a break, please do so. Finding your breath with an inhalation, lift the head and the tail. Let the belly drop, and then exhale, round the spine, squeeze the breath out. Every drop of breath, squeeze it out. And then inhale, let the breath fill you up. Exhale, round the spine, squeeze. One more, inhale. Exhale. Changing it now, inhale here. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower your chest and chin forward and toward the floor. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, round the spine, pull your hips all the way back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower down. Elbows stay pinned into the rib cage. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, round the spine, hips pull all the way back. One more, inhale, flat spine. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, round the spine, pull back to child's pose, and stay here for a couple of breaths. Letting the rib cage melt over the thighs. Really feel those hip creases pull back as you press your hands down and forward into the mat. You'll hear me say that a lot. Pressing your hands down and forward, which is really important to get the length in the spine, especially in down facing dog where we're going soon. Inhaling yourself up onto hands and knees. Curl your toes here and exhale, lift your hips back but keep your knees bent. Now press your hands down and forward. Make sure that the fingers are pressing down, especially the forefinger and the thumb. Often we forget about those. And then as your body is ready, maybe you begin to straighten your legs. Maybe not. Do what's right for you, but continue to find length in the spine by pressing the hands down and forward and pulling the thighs back, the inner upper thighs. And then begin rocking your hips from side to side. The next time the hips rock over to the side, turn the feet to the left, drop the heels down, toes turn to the left, heels to the right. Pull both legs back. Drop your head. Rock onto the balls of the feet, take an inhale, and then with soft knees you can drop your heels down and over to the left, pull the thighs back. Inhale, Inhale, coming back up onto the balls of the feet, soften the knees. Exhale and step or walk forward or hop forward. Inhale, coming up halfway, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold back down. Stay here for a couple of breaths in a ragdoll or a forward fold, keeping your knees as soft as your body needs to find release in your spine. Find your breath. Once again, fill in with something you need. Exhale out something you don't. Inhale, rise up and reach up. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step one foot and then the other foot back to plank right here. Reaching back through the heels, hands spread, belly strong. Just drop your knees here and find that straight line from the knees to the crown of the head. Keep that straight line and an exhalation, lower that down onto the mat. Point your toes, squeeze your legs together, forehead can rest. Pull your shoulders back. Inhale into a very baby cobra. Very baby, legs are strong. Exhale, roll it back down. Press yourself back to child's pose. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, drop your knees. Point your toes, lower all the way down. Squeeze those legs together. Legs are strong, toes are pointed. Inhale into your heart. Lift your heart up to a higher cobra. Elbows stay soft, never straight. Inhale here. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Drop the knees. Exhale, lower down. Point your toes, legs squeeze together. Once more, inhale to a fairly high cobra. So stay here, make sure your elbows are soft, shoulders are back and down, and then if you want, lift your knees up off the mat, coming to upward facing dog. Exhale. This time, downward facing dog. Stay in your downward facing dog. Again, press those hands, wiggle your hips around, maybe soften one knee and then the other. Do what feels good to you to find more room in your body. And then once again, inhaling, soften your knees. Look up at your hands. Exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up and reach up. Exhale, hands come together in front of your heart. Moving on. Inhale, reaching up. Interlace your fingers and reach your pointers up. So it's temple hands, if you can see that. Reach the pointers up. Squeeze your head gently between your hands. Now press your feet down. Squeeze your legs gently toward each other and lean over to the right. Your head is resting on your upper right arm. You can let your hips reach out to the left a little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, spread your arms and dive down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. And step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Gently drop your left knee and bring the top of the left foot onto the mat. Now check that your right ankle is underneath your right knee. Press that right foot down. Inhale up, Anjaneyasana. Let the left hip flexors release so the hips don't just hang now, but you do allow them to release a little bit more. Inhaling here. Turning to the right, left hand will come to the right knee. Right arm is going to reach behind you. And then don't let this right hip hike up. You want to pull it toward the earth a little bit more. So you're pulling your inner upper thighs toward each other. And then slide the left hand down to the mat, the right arm reaching straight up. Breathing into the stretch. Exhale, the right hand comes down. Curl the left toes and lift the left knee. Inhale and step the right leg back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower your plank, drop your knees if you need to. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay there. Again, press the hands. Reach the thighs back. Inhaling, look up at your hands. Exhale, the right foot is going to step forward. The left heel is going to come down. Inhale up here, warrior one. Right knee's bent toward 90 degrees. Breathing. Circle a long left arm behind you, looking up into the right palm. Pause. Left arm swings back up. Long right arm reaches behind you, looking into the left palm. Right arm back up, breathe. Interlace the fingers. Pointers reach up. You're going to reach forward, add a diagonal. So find that diagonal from the left foot to the fingers, and then pivot onto the left ball of the left foot. If this is far enough for you, great. If you want to go further, lift into warrior three. I'm going to come out of this just to explain it. So your left hip point needs to be facing the floor. You're reaching back strongly into your left leg and strongly forward into the heart and to the hands. One more breath here. Soften the right knee, step the left foot all the way back. Finding warrior one. And when you get there, straighten the right knee. Pressing the feet down. Lift the heart up away from the floor. Everything long and strong. And then exhale. Bring your spine and arms parallel to the floor. Pressing the feet down to keep the right hip crease pulling back. And then release your hands down to the floor or onto blocks and let your head hang. So you're pressing your feet down into the floor, Parshvottanasana. If you need to step that left foot in a little closer, please do so. Press the feet and hang the head. Maybe shake your head out. Allow the right hip flexor to release here. And then come up halfway. Wiggle that left foot back if you had brought it forward. And then with an inhalation, slide your right fingertips up the right shin. Imagine that your spine is parallel to the floor. And then take your hand on your left rib cage and push it back and up. Press the feet down. Don't let this front knee lock backwards. Reach the left hand up to the sky. Spread the heart. Both feet are pressing. Hips pulling back and tailbone is reaching long. Big inhale. Press into those feet. Come all the way up. Keep everything long as you reverse this. Left hand sliding down the left leg. Right arm up and over, maybe looking up into the right palm. And then arms are parallel to the floor. So we're going to come to triangle again, but coming to it from standing feels very different. So you're going to press your feet and pull your hips back. Reach your arms in opposite directions and feel yourself get longer, longer, longer. And then release the right fingertips down and the left arm up again. Feet are grounding you like crazy. And this time, if you want, you can reach that left arm over your ear and turn your heart up to the sky. Staying right here, rebend the front knee, forearm resting on that thigh, extended angle. Reach and breathe. And then facing the floor, the hands come down, you're going to pivot onto the ball of the back foot. You're going to wiggle your right foot over to the left. And then the back knee, the left knee is going to drop. You're going to sit yourself down between your shins. Your right knee is on top. If you can wiggle your feet away from your thighs, please do so. Flexing your feet. So we're in Gomukhasana legs, sitting up tall. If this is enough of a stretch for you, stay right here. If you want to go a little further, on an exhalation, you bring yourself over your legs. Always try to remember to lengthen the spine, not force it, not round it forward. And then, if you're at a point where your rib cage is resting on that top leg, you can certainly just let go and drape. Staying connected to your breath always. Pausing here, let everything quiet down just for a moment. Breathing. Good, inhaling to sit up. So there are several ways to come out of this. You can just lean over and come onto hands and knees, or you can lean forward, hands come onto the mat, toes curl under, and you can jump right into plank. Exhaling down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Or just find your plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, skip it, do anything that works for you. Finding down dog. Inhale, soften your knees. Exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, fold. Release. Pressing the feet down, inhale, rise up and reach up. Exhale, hands come together in front of your heart and take a moment to reconnect to your breath. Dropping your hands down. Inhale, reaching out and up. Interlace your fingers, temple fingers, reach up, feet press. Exhaling over to the left. Hips reaching out to the right, maybe a little bit. Keep it a side fold, not a forward fold. Inhale, come straight up. Exhale, spread your arms and back down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold and step the right foot all the way back. Gently dropping the right knee and flattening the right foot. Left knee directly over left ankle. Inhale, arms reach up, Anjaneyasana. Exhaling to allow the right hip flexors to drop a little bit more. So you're not releasing all the energy in the thighs, the upper inner thighs are still drawing toward each other to support you, but you want to allow the right hip flexors to release at the same time. Turning to the left, right hand to the left knee, left arm is going to reach behind you. And again, don't let this left hip hike up. Pull it down toward the floor a little bit. Big inhale here. Exhale, the right hand comes down to the floor inside the right foot. Left fingertips reach up to the sky. Next exhalation, left hand comes down. Right toes curl under, right knee lifts up. Inhale and step to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower down, maybe drop your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing there. Always bending your knees as much as you need to so that your spine can lengthen. And then inhaling, look up at your hands. Exhale, left foot comes to the front of the mat between your hands. Spin your right heel down, right foot turns halfway forward. Inhale up, warrior one. Finding strength, finding ease, finding balance. Circle that right hand back, down the back of the right leg, look into the left palm. Keep the left knee bent. Right hand back up. Long left arm circles back. Left arm up, warrior one. Interlacing your fingers, temple fingers reach up. So we do this several times, so if you want to put the other finger in front, just to switch it up, break the habit, that's always a good thing to do. Pressing into the right foot, you're going to lean forward, add a diagonal. Find that line, feel it, and then pivoting onto the ball of the right foot if you want, lift into warrior three. If you want to bring your hands together in front of your heart, it's less challenging. Do what's right for you. And then find your balance. Carefully bending the left knee, step the right foot back. Re-establishing warrior one, fingers up. Straighten the left knee, temple fingers reach up and back. Left foot presses down. And then you're going to reach forward. The feet press down. Try to keep the hips squared up with the front edge of the mat. And release your hands down to the mat or onto blocks. Let your head go. If you want to step that right foot in a little closer, please do so. Releasing there. Thinking about pulling the left hip crease back a little bit and the right hip point forward a little bit. Driven by the feet pressing down. So coming up halfway, wiggle your back foot back if you had moved it. And then sliding the left fingertips up the left shin. The spine rises up. And then see if you can bring your spine to where you think it is parallel with the floor or close to it. Pressing the feet, reach the right arm up. Pulling the hips back, back, back. Pressing into your feet, especially your right foot. Come up, parallel arms. Reversing this, right hand reaches back, left arm coming up and over. Opening the left side of the body. And then arms parallel to the earth again. Finding triangle one more time. Reach forward into the left hand, back into the right hand, and the right hip pulling back strongly, and then the left fingertips down. Right arm coming straight up and over the right ear. Maybe turning the heart up. And then bending that left knee to the left forearm, rest there on that thigh. Reach the right arm away from the right foot, get longer. And then exhale, hands come down to the mat. Wiggling the left foot over to the right and sliding the right knee to the pinky toe side of that foot. Swing your right foot out to the left and have a seat. Or find a way to sit down in Gomukasana. If you need to straighten your bottom leg here, should have said that on the other side, please do that. Do what's right for you. Flexing your feet to protect your knees always. Take an inhale and sit up. And if it's right for you, exhale yourself into a forward fold. Soften your jaw, soften your face, let yourself melt. Let everything calm down for a breath or two. Then coming up, make your way up from hands and knees, or onto hands and knees to downward dog, or rock forward onto your hands and jump into plank if you wish, exhaling it down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, soften your knees. Exhale, jump or step. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands come back together. And take a moment. Come back to your breath. Quiet your mind. Start over. Inhale, reaching up. This time, exhale, you're going to lean over to the right and drop your right arm down. Let the right arm slide down the outside of that right leg. Press the feet down, both of them. Don't let the inside edges of either foot lift off the mat. Inhale, come up and reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold and step the left foot all the way to the back of the mat. This time you're going to spin the left heel down, left toes turn out to the side, and you're going to come up to warrior two. Right knee bent toward 90 degrees. Gazing over your right fingertips, shoulders down, heart opening. Good, turn your right palm up. Inhale, reverse this. Left hand slides down. Right knee stays bent, looking into the right palm if that's okay for your neck. And then you're going to turn your head to look toward me. Reach the back arm up and interlace your fingers there, finding temple arms. Inhale straight up and exhale, leaning here at a diagonal. You've got to use the legs and the abs like crazy here. Breathe. Exhale, bring the hands down onto the mat. And then you're going to actually pivot out to the ball of the left foot. Left hand stays down. Look to the right, reach the right arm up. So we did this in Anjaneyasana with the back knee down. This time the knee is lifted. Spread the arms, reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, the left hand comes down, the left heel turns back down, all 10 toes turn to the left. You're going to reach your arms way out in front of you, as far as you can, and fold into what feels like a wide-legged downward facing dog. Pressing your feet. Again, don't let the knees lock backwards. You can hang your head here. If you can really get your hands to press down, you get some great traction for the back. Feet and hands pressing. Good. And then walk your hands in closer. Pivot your feet toward the front of the mat. You're going to walk your hands out in front of you as you straighten the right leg, lift the left leg off the mat behind you. And then take your hand to your left hip and press that hip up, stacking the left side of the body over the right side of the body, finding Ardha Chandrasana if it's there for you. Your right hand can be on a block if that's what you need. Reaching it up, spread your energy out. Inhale here, exhale, left fingertips come down. Once again, you're going to bring your back knee to the pinky toe side of the front foot, sitting down again into Gomukhasana. Flexing your feet. So this time we're just going to change the stretch with the right knee on top of the left knee. It's a great opportunity to get a stretch on the left side because it's being pinned down or just held down in place. Reach the left arm up and lean over to the right. Right hand is on the floor. Keep the right elbow bent so the shoulder isn't crunched up to your ear. And you get an amazing stretch on that left side, again, because that left thigh is being held down. Breathing. Sitting up here. Let's just swing our legs around, coming into hands and knees. Inhale here, curl your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing. If you want to take the break in child's pose, that would be perfect. Up to you. I'm going to switch sides. Inhaling, look up at your hands, soften your knees. Exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, fold here. Inhale, pressing your feet down, rise up and reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Other side. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, lean over to the left and then release that left hand down the outside of the left leg. Right arm strong, up and over. The hips can wander over to the right a little bit. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, spread your arms. Dive down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot all the way back. Right heel pivots down, right toes turn out to the side. Stretching up into warrior two. Left knee is bent 90 degrees if possible. Back leg working just as strongly. Turn your left palm up. Inhale, reverse this. Big stretch, left side of the body. The right arm reaches up, interlacing the fingers. Pull the fingers away. Coming up. And then exhale up toward that diagonal. Don't let the belly face the thigh. And carefully turn, the hands come back down onto the mat, pivoting onto the ball of the back foot. The right hand is going to stay down. You're going to look to the left and reach the left arm up. Spread those arms away from each other. Keep that back leg strong. Inhale. Exhale. Left hand comes down inside the left foot. You're going to turn to the right. All 10 toes turn. And this time, you're going to just keep your hands on the ground right underneath your shoulders and fold, hang your head. Coming up halfway, the right hand comes to the center, turn to the left and start with your left hand on your left hip. I'm going to go the other way. Left hand on your left hip. Rotate that left shoulder back and reach the left arm up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Right hand to the center. Look to the right. Right shoulder rotating back. Right arm up. Exhale, release down. Pivot to face the front of the mat once again. Pivot onto the ball of the back foot. Left fingertips walk forward. Right leg lifts off the mat. And then take your hand to your right hip when you're ready, if you're ready. And begin to stack the right shoulder over the left, the right hip over the left, and the right fingertips up to the sky. Both legs reaching, both arms reaching. Right hand comes down. You're going to soften your left knee, and you're going to lightly drop the right knee to the pinky toe side of the left foot, and then sit down. Left knee is crossed over right, flexing the feet, inhale. And this time we're going to be folding over to the left because the right thigh is pinned down by your left leg. So we get that amazing stretch here. Staying here. Big breathing. Sitting up. Let's bring ourselves onto hands and knees. Take an inhale here and exhale back to child's pose. You can let your arms rest or reach them actively. You can bring them alongside your body if you wish. Take a few breaths here. Let everything calm down. Your breath, your nervous system, your mind, let it all quiet down, giving you a chance to come back to the beginning. One more standing series before we stretch it out and quiet down. Great. Coming back up to hands and knees. Inhale to curl the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, looking up and softening the knees. Exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up and reach up. Exhale, hands come together in front of your heart. So I have something a little tricky for you to begin the next standing series. You can try it. You're going to inhale and reach up. Exhale the right hand down. Leaning over to the right side. Now you're really going to engage the muscles in the whole left leg. Press the left foot and see if you can let that right foot just float over the floor. Just like this. Touching the right foot down. Inhaling and reaching up. Exhale, spread your arms side down. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, fold and step to plank. Hold your plank. Bring your right hand to the center of the mat. Pivot to the outside edge of your right knee and find your side plank. From here, you're going to reach that left arm over your ear. See if you can lift the hips, be a rainbow. And then the bottom of the left foot comes down. The right knee is going to touch down. Pull your hips toward me. Stretch it out. Good. Exhale, hands come down to the floor, finding hands and knees. Inhale, curl your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, looking up at your hands. Exhale, step your right foot to the front of the mat. This time you're going to stay on the ball of the back foot and inhale up to high lunge. So pulling your hips towards center, engaging the belly, all of that to help strengthen you and keep you balanced. while I challenge you with this. Swing your arms behind you, shoulders rotate back, interlace the fingers. If you can bring the heels of the hands together, that's great. I'm not doing that today. Inhale to straighten that front knee. Now you've got to squeeze the legs toward each other to keep you balanced. And then see if you can fold halfway forward. Breathe. Reach the hands back, back, back. Rebending the right knee, come back up. Reach the arms, high lunge. Straighten up. Pull that left heel in a little bit so you can put the left heel on the ground. Breathing. Once again, arms come behind you, interlace. Reach the hands down the back of that left thigh and straighten the right knee. Pressing those feet, once again, come halfway forward. Much easier with the left heel on the ground. Breathe. And then rebend that right knee. Press the left foot down and let your head hang inside your right knee and arms reach up. Head hangs, jaw unclenches. Lots of breathing. Good. Release your hands down to the mat. Wiggle your right foot over to the left. You've got this now. Left knee touches down, sitting down into Gomukhasana. Good. So this time, I've got a balance challenge for you. You're going to rock back. You're going to reach your fingertips, wrap them around your big toes, and then find a balanced Gomukhasana, sitting on the balls of the feet. Stay right here and bring the upper thighs together. So if you want to hold on to the backs of the knees and just stay right here, that's fine. If not, once again, find yogi toe lock and reach the legs out in front of you and find the deepest fold that you can in this position. Or not. Crossing your shins in front of you. Let's just hold on to the fronts of the knees for a few cat-cows right here. Inhale, front body pulls forward. Exhale, round it out. Inhale for 2. And exhale. Inhale for 3. And exhale. Rocking forward onto hands and knees to do the other side. Curl the toes. And lift to downward facing dog. Inhaling, lifting up at your hands, and exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Fold. Inhale, rise up and reach up. Going to the other side. Left arm reaching down, folding over to the left. Standing leg really strong. Try to lift this right leg off the floor. Touch it down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, diving back down. Inhale, step to plank. Finding your plank. Side plank on this side. Left hand to the middle of the mat. Rotating to the outside edge of the left foot. Right arm reaching up. Hips rise up. Find your rainbow. Breathing. Right foot touches down. Left knee touches down. Pull your hips toward me. Stretch that arm and press that foot down. Good. Exhale, come to hands and knees. Curl your toes under. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Finishing it up. Inhale, look up at your hands. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Legs are strong. Inhale, rising up, high lunge. Interlacing the hands behind you. Squeezing the inner upper thighs toward each other. Straighten your left knee. You're still on the ball of the back foot. Lengthen it forward. Rebend the left knee, come up. Release the arms up. Slide the back foot in a little closer, ground the back heel, warrior one. Inhale, straighten your front knee, reach the arms behind you again, interlace. Pulling those hands down the back of the left leg, lift your heart. And with an exhalation, again, the spine comes parallel to the floor. Hands are reaching back, feet are pressing, trying to keep the hips squared off with the front edge of the mat. Rebending the left knee, really grounding the back foot so that you can come into humble warrior. Head hangs inside the left knee, arms reaching up to the sky. Let go of the neck, let go of the mind. Relax the jaw and the face. And breathe. Bring your hands down onto the mat, wiggling the left foot over to the right, and finding your seated Gomukhasana. Last time, left knee on top of right knee. Stay here or rock back. Find yogi toe lock. Abdomen engaged. It must be for any balance. Breathe. Good, and then bring the legs together. Let's all hold on to the backs of the knees. Reach the feet up. Inhale, long spine. Good. Touch the feet down. And bring yourself onto your back. And once you get onto your back, spread your arms in a big T. Bring your feet out to the edges of the mat and let the knees rest against each other. Constructed rest. Let your breath calm down. Step your feet inner hip distance apart and try to touch your heels with your fingertips. And then just let your arms rest for a minute. You're going to press your feet down, coming into a bridge pose, pressing the feet, letting the hips rise, and keeping in mind that you want to keep the back body lengthening as much as the front. And then maybe wiggling your shoulder blades underneath you, interlacing your hands, keep the feet pressing. The hips rise, the heart rises. Stay here for as long as you want. I'm going to roll down so I can keep talking. Your choice. Stay and breathe, or lower down and breathe. And then everybody lower down slowly, unwind your hands, and with the feet on the floor, rock the knees from side to side. Crossing your right thigh over your left. One more Gomukhasana pose. You're going to pull your knees into you. Lift your head and shoulders and reach for your feet. Reclining Gomukhasana, one of my favorite stretches. Staying right here. If you cannot reach your feet, you can just hold on to the shins, the ankles, the calves, whatever you have. Keep the feet flexed. As if you're trying to pull them towards you, don't let them come that way. And then drop the arms in a big T. Keep the legs crossed and let the feet just flop. And let the legs as one unit drop over to the left. If that is too intense for you, uncross your legs. Take a minute to pull your left shoulder out to the left. And if it feels okay, look towards your right hand. Perfect opportunity now to really let go. Two more breaths, just like that. And then unwind your legs, keep them over to the left for a minute. And then roll onto your back. Crossing your left thigh over your right. Lifting your feet off the floor, lift your head and shoulders, reach your hands for your feet, your calves, your ankles, whatever you have, and recline back down. Keep the feet flexed. Enjoy this yummy stretch. Dropping your hands, letting the feet relax. Let the legs drop all the way over to the right. Again, if that's too much, uncross your legs. Pull your right shoulder blade out to the right. Look towards your left hand if it's okay for your neck. Stay there. Several breaths. Allowing the weight of the legs and the crossing of the legs to help release any more tension in the lower back, in the hips, and the thighs. So much tension we hold there. And then uncrossing the legs. Coming on to your back. Extend your legs out long. Let your arms rest by your side. And feel free to stay here for as long as you want. You can pause the video or not. And then rebend your legs, feet on the floor, rolling onto one side and pressing back up to a seated position. Close your eyes when you arrive. Let your hands rest on your knees or your thighs and find your breath. And take a moment amidst the craziness of the world to honor your breath, to honor your yoga practice, to acknowledge the gifts that it has for you at any time, no matter where you are in your life. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Let your thumbs rest against your heart chakra, acknowledging all that lives there, acknowledging that we all have the same thing growing and living within our hearts, a divine place of love, empathy, compassion, acceptance, which we all need to share with each other in whatever way we can, sealing that intention. Namaste.